So here we've swapped over to a spear, charge strike, power strike, lightning strike. So here we've swapped out to a griffins with 3 facets in it. We swapped over to chains of honor to have the plus to skills, also more all res, because we're swapping out some of our other pieces as well. We've put an ethereal affinity into a matriarchal spear that rolled with ED and 3 to javelin and spear skills. Still using High Lords here. Alder's boots. We changed over to 2 Bull Cathos just for extra lifesteal and extra life. Thunder Gods. We're still using Laying of Hands. At this point, I would want these to be 220s with a lot of res on them, but it's just hard to get those to actually drop. And then the only real difference on our mercenaries is that we swapped them over to a beast so that they can have fanaticism aura so that we can still hit the 75 IAS breakpoint. Technically, on the base weapon, you need 125 off weapon IAS to actually hit the maximum breakpoint, so we're at a 10 frame attack versus a 9 frame attack. I would need a lot of slams to get there, so I figured we'd just kind of go with this for right now. It's 1 frame off. So this is Lightning Strike. It's fine. I think the only lightning immune mobs down here are the council members. God, this thing chugs mana. We would need mana per kill, I guess? I'm literally drinking potions just to keep my mana up. I mean, obviously you could be building this a little bit differently. You'd also, in group play, you're definitely going to have an insight on someone. With the Chain Lightning, this feels a lot better than Fen did, right? Because we're starting to hit stuff off screen. So by the time we're getting some places, they're either already dead or they're going to die on the next hit. And just kind of keeping that Chain Lightning going feels really good. Alright, let's try Charge Strike. Charge Strike is more like a boss fighter. We still have enough life still where when we connect, we're actually regaining our life. So I feel pretty decent with survivability. Even though we're not max res, like obviously you'd want to have different charms. But mid-level spear could be used for leveling. A mid-level spear? A lot of spears could be. Especially if you're going like a charge strike, you really just need a fast increased attack speed because the weapon of the spear doesn't matter. I just want to get to the boss so that I can go kill the boss with Charge Strike. Okay, we're in. We're in, boys. Okay, let me clear everything out. Just mono y mono. What's been my favorite build so far? I really liked Fire Trap Sin, but built with like super high elemental resistance reduction. What I'm calling the Wizard Traps in because she wears Ormus robes and that makes you a fucking wizard. I would say that that was like the most satisfying to play. Where's this boss? Pretty good. I swapped into Power Strike for a hot second there just to kind of see what it was like. And I would say that the Charge Bolt definitely felt better. Because basically what happens here is every attack I can either low roll 9 damage or high roll 12,000 damage. Here, each individual Charge Bolt rolls, so it's more likely that I'm getting some number higher than 1. Do I think the Infinity base can compete with the meta ETH T-strokes? No, not really. The difference between this and ETH T-strokes is that I have higher base damage here. So even though I'm like missing out on resistances and PDR from my shield, I have a much higher chance of dual leeching. A lot of value. So there's a little bit of like Also, I get Crushing Blow, which means I'm faster against bosses. And also, I mean, like, you get some magic fine. That's not really a big thing. Like, you don't really care about that. You don't have to rely on having a mercenary alive to have the Conviction aura. There's like some quality of life changes here, and I think it's weaker overall, but there are some benefits.